Hi there, my name is Showit, and this is Finance Central. This is the start of a new year, 2021. Happy New Year, everyone. And I believe some people might have budgeting as one of their resolutions for this year. I've seen a lot of people talk about budgeting being a very good habit to help you save money, but no one really shows you how you should be budgeting. My video over here will help you understand what budgeting entails and show you a method of how you can do this very easily. I also have a link in the description below to the file that I've used for budgeting over the past few years, and I believe you can start using this as it is right away or make some changes to make it really your own and take advantage of half the work that I have already done for you. Okay, with that in mind, let's get started. What are the main components of a budget? A budget really consists of inflows and outflows. From here on, let's call the inflows as income, and the outflows are divided into three parts. They are spending for your needs, spending for your wants, and then savings. Now we know that savings is the first thing you should do as soon as you get paid, and then allocate the rest of it for your needs and wants based spending. Now let's talk about your different sources of income. You might have earned income. This is income you earn from your primary job. It could be your salary. Then you might have a side hustle or a side business that provides you some business income. You might get some interest income from the money you have saved up in banks, but realistically it has to be in a high yield savings account or a certificate deposit. Otherwise the interest rates are really low for any checkings or savings accounts. Dividend income is mainly coming from the stock market. If you've invested in a company that gives you part of their profits as dividends, this is where you might write this down. And then you might own some rental properties, or you might be a host of an Airbnb. You get some rental income from there. Capital gains are from selling of stocks after they have appreciated in price since you bought them. If you're an inventor, and if you have invented a product or a process, you might have licensed it to somebody else to make it, and you get royalties from that as your income. Now let's take a look at your needs-based spending. The primary spend over here is probably housing. If you're renting an apartment or a house, then your rent goes down here. And if you have bought a house, then your mortgage payments will show up over here. Next up is food. This entails all of the groceries or even essential household items that you buy throughout the month. Essential services is your utilities, your phone bill, your internet, etc. If you own or lease a vehicle, then all of those expenses on the payments for that car will show up over here. Also, money for maintenance, gas payments, toll booth, or any other commute like bus pass or subway pass can also be written down here. If you have medical expenses for doctor's visits, or if you're buying pills off of the pharmacy, those expenses will show up here. You might still be making debt payments for, say, your student loans, credit card, personal loans, etc. All those can be bunched up over here. Now let's take a look at your wants-based spending. Any clothing you buy, like a new dress or shoes, etc., can be put down over here. If you have expenses for entertainment, like say you buy new gadgets for your home, or even go out for movie nights or arcade games, all of those expenses can show up over here. You might want to take a vacation every once in a while. So if you book a stay or travel, all that will come up in vacations. Also, if you buy any souvenirs when you're out there, or go out to check out museums or other sites and pay for the ticket of admission, it's still part of your vacation spend. And sometimes you just want to eat out or do takeout. That will be in restaurant spending. Now let's look at the ways in which you can save. First up, it is extremely essential that you have an emergency fund. This can be anywhere from 3 to 12 months of your needs-based spending. If you're just starting out, try to build at least 3 months worth of emergency fund and then slowly expand it to become 12 months worth. Next, if your employer has a 401k plan, or if you're even investing through an individual retirement account, all that is part of your retirement plan. If you have even more money to save, well, first of all, congratulations. And you might probably have a brokerage account where you have access to the stocks and bonds markets. You might even be saving separately to make a down payment on that house you really liked. You can put those savings aside as part of real estate. Now let's take a look at the way your income should be distributed. If you're just starting out, this could be a good rule of thumb for you. You can spend about 50% of your income toward your needs-based spending, then a 30% on your wants-based spending, and try to save at least 20% of your income. Over time, as your income grows, you want to increase the percentage you put towards saving. With that in mind, let's take a look at the template that I have created for you. And while you're down there clicking on the link to download this, please like this video and subscribe to my channel so I can provide you with even more value in the upcoming videos. Here is a glimpse of the budget template that I have built. Now let's dive deeper and take a look at it in Excel. I know that there are various apps available on your phone that track your transactions by connecting to your credit card company. This is a good start, but to really take control of your budget, it's important that you manually note down what you spend throughout the day. It might just take 2 to 5 minutes at the end of the day, opening up the spreadsheet and keying in a few numbers. If that is too much of an ask, I'd suggest that at the end of the week, just sit down for about 10 to 15 minutes and do this process. Here you can see that the columns are divided by months and the rows are divided by the different categories that we saw for our inflows and outflows. At the very right is the total for the entire year. It is extremely satisfying when you look at the column for one complete month and see that you have hit your goal for budgeting. Down here is a chart which is a great visual for you to see if you have hit your budgeting goals for the month and for the year. Now let me give you an example of how you would go about budgeting for the month. When you get paid, just put down what your salary was for the month over here by putting an equal to sign. Say you get paid $2,000 and then press enter. Similarly, fill out the rest of the rows for income. You'll see the total in this row. When you pay your rent, just put down housing. Let's say it's about $600. If you bought a new pair of shoes, I said let's put it down in clothing. Say you bought it for $50. And as I said before, you want to put money towards your emergency fund every month. Let's say you put $50 over there. Now you can see this extra row of leftover. This is just something where once you have ended up spending for the month and you have some leftover money, please reallocate it to one of the other subcategories for savings. Once you fill out this entire table at the end of 2021, you have data to analyze if you have done well for the year, and if you have had a miss, then you can at least learn from your mistakes and change your strategy for budgeting for the next year. Another thing that is fascinating is with Excel, you can just add rows and change it according to your needs. Well, I hope you had fun looking at this template, and start right away by downloading this template and using it for yourself. It might feel tedious in the beginning, but then it just becomes part of your routine in a few days, and you don't even give it a second thought, just opening up this template and plugging in your receipt totals. If you have any ideas to improve this template, please comment down below. And if you feel like this is something that could help your friends, tell them about this channel and have them subscribe as well. I hope this video was interesting and engaging and has brought value to you. With that, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day ahead.